I just finally made like six figures from dancing. So I'm like, there ain't nothing to top that.
What do you consider good?
I think psychology is 80%, and I think physical ability is actually 20. Ooh, look at your boy getting they young, but they cute. Go ahead, baby.
Off. The pill.
Claps.
Don't know that acronym.
Emotional intelligence.
And welcome back to another episode of Off the Pill Podcast. I'm Ryan Higa. We have David Choi in the moderator's seat and Paco right next to me. And today we have a very special guest. His name is D-Trix, Dominic. Actually, I said Dominic D-Trix Sandoval. Currently on TV right now. Actually, how much longer is that going to go for? You're
TV?
on...
Probably not that much longer.
No, so you think you can dance judge? That's huge, dude.
Yes, thank you. I probably shouldn't say that.
Say it, dude.
No. No, it's incredible because that's like where I started my entire career, and now I'm back on as a judge, judging people in their lives.
You did start there.
It's nice.
I mean, this is like, I know you already judged ABDC, America's Best Dance Crew, but this is, I mean, not to put that down a little bit.
So you
this
know,
is a lot. This is also great.
Randy Jackson's watching her now. He's like,
no,
wow,
come on.
Ryan.
Let's be real. I mean, that show has been going before ABDC, and it's still going on. It's a big
16 seasons.
To you, is it a bigger deal?
Yeah, I think so. Just because it's like
huge.
It is. It's not to say that ABDC wasn't.
Yeah.
But it's fun, dude. It's like it's kind of crazy. I feel like I shouldn't be there. I feel like I don't know. It's like every time I'm there and I'm judging them, I just remember their position. So it's like almost like when you're reliving a moment. It's pretty fucking cool. It's way easier, and you get paid more on that side than you do the other side.
Are you allowed to say that?
What?
I hope the judges would get paid more than the contestants.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that.
We just can't say how much, but it's like 11,000.
All right, well, that's good to know.
Yeah, not that much, right?
I mean,
is it per episode or just in total?
Forever, for the rest of your life.
Yeah, just 11,000.
11 grand for the rest of your life. You can't do any other job.
are you going to continue doing that, or is it just like a one season thing?
Yeah, it's contraction. I'm not supposed to say, but for 4 seasons.
Damn.
If they continue,
Oh,
Yeah.
But that show's been on for how long now?
which is another
16
reason why.
seasons.
Like I say, if they continue, 16 Sweet 16. And so if you guys are bored, you guys should go there Monday nights, 9 p.m.
There you go.
PTET.
9 p.m. Why are you making that face? PTET. For those of you that don't know, because I didn't introduce Dom, you started off as a dancer, right?
Yes.
And we met while you were on Quest Crew, which is the ABDC winner, America's Best Dance Crew winner.
Everyone's like, who?
People
that?
know America's Best Dance Crew,
Ooh,
right?
I don't know. The new generation.
Older people. New generation doesn't really know what that is.
They just know Instagram.
And okay, well they know, so you think you can dance, right?
Yeah.
That's still on.
Guys,
anyway, Dom started off as a dancer, turned YouTuber, turned into a television star, turned into podcaster soon. You're doing a bunch of stuff, but I met Dom almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. In 2010, it'll be official.
Yep. And you were in Agents of Secret Stuff for our fans who.
Who did you originally have for that? Because Ryan, I feel like you made like Agents of Secret Stuff. You literally asked me on the spot, and I didn't take you serious.
Yeah.
But when you were writing it, you had to have had someone.
No. I just thought it was a funny character. It was like the bad guy who's like kind of crazy, and it's not like the guy you just hate. It's like, he has jokes and stuff.
Like when we first met, the day after, you asked me, you're like, "Hey, you want to do my film Agents of Secret Stuff?" And I literally thought you were playing. I was like, "Come on, man, you playing?"
I don't remember asking you. I mean, it was like being in a video, right?
You don't remember asking me? Then how do you think I became that?
No,
person?
I mean, I know we wanted you to do it, but
okay.
I don't remember how it happened. But yeah, I mean, and then you did it.
Yeah.
And then we became friends.
And then I started my YouTube career
Yep.
because of this man, Paco.
Yep. That's why he started.
No, I started YouTube because of you, man.
Did you?
Hell yeah, I
No,
did.
because you had some dance stuff up already.
No, I literally. Well, I mean, I think like real stuff,
Yeah.
like as in like a dance reel. But no, you're the one that inspired me, and I have my story, but apparently you don't agree with it. But
What is the story? Yeah, I'd love to hear
You
it.
can still tell it. I mean, I don't know what kind of.
okay, so this is how it went in my head. Okay, but he's gonna say no, it didn't go that way.
I don't even know what the story is.
Let's
so.
hear it.
That tells you how much like we hang out that I actually take it serious, and then you just forget.
Maybe. Sorry, dude. All right.
All right,
Back
so
to the beginning.
Go to your story.
it's 2009. All right, Los Angeles. stay North Hollywood, sorry to be exact. Not 2009, 2010. Shit, I'm losing my story. Anyways, Ryan goes, hey, dude, you ever thought about doing YouTube? And mind you, at this point, I just finally made like six figures from dancing. So I'm like, there ain't nothing to top that, right? Wow. I was like, I love this. Like, this is something I think I could do. And he's like, you should do YouTube. And I was like, that's something I don't think I would want to do, you know, because your boy's making some money. And he goes, is that the real reason why? And I was like, well, it's a big part of it. Like, you know, I'm able to make money off dance. He goes, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my month of December. This is 2009, it's month of December. He's like, I'm not showing you this to boast. I'm showing you this because this could be your future.
I don't remember this.
And I was like, wow, why is your voice so deep? And he's like, here, check it out. And I was like, oh, he showed me it's like 300 racks for 2009. And he told me don't ever say that to anybody.
I don't think that's true.
Okay, fine. It was like 289. But he was like, and I was like, oh shit, let me get a camera. I started making videos. And I ended up, instead of just doing it for the money, I ended up falling in love with the craft. And that's the story.
Yeah, you're right. I don't agree. I don't remember any of that.
I remember Greg brought up, like, when you're asking him about camera gear, and he's like telling you this stuff. He's like, why are you getting all this good camera gear for?
Yeah, the Canon 7D. He was pissed.
Yeah, he was jealous.
Because at the time, it's like, Ryan, like whatever Ryan said, I was like, yes, I will do it. Like, you're, you know, the master. Like, you're teaching me. And he was like, yeah, you should get a camera. I use this one, so I just got a Canon 7D, and I didn't know how to turn it on. But, you know, Greg was really envy of that because he wanted a camera. And
that was his dream. It was his dream camera. Greg, the guy with the mustache, the one who edits for us, that was his dream camera, and he couldn't afford it. And then you come in with no experience, and you buy his dream camera, and that's why he was salty.
Yeah. Jealousy, party for one, Greg. Wow.
But you made a lot of use with that camera. You started YouTube, and you created a huge channel.
Oh, yeah. But a big part of that is because of Ryan. He just would like the videos back then, and then my channel exploded. And, yeah, thanks, Ryan.
No, you did your own thing. I mean, you did your own thing, and you built your following, but you also had that, you were still in the dance community, like heavily in the dance community, and that's why you got your TV show. Well, not your show, but you judged on America's Best Dance Crew.
Yeah. And I remember when they brought me in, they're like, oh, we're bringing you in to be a judge on America's Best Dance Crew because, like, we feel like your digital following is a huge, you know, outlet. Right. And I was like, again, that's because of Ryan. Brian's basically my Jesus Christ. He saved me.
Oh, my gosh.
And
you're going to get smited,
my career.
You're going to get smited.
By who?
Anyway.
What I find amazing is that, you know, you're a dancer, right? That's what you started off as, and you're still known as a dancer, and you're still in that community, that you've created such a successful career centered around dancing. And that's something that there's so many dancers in the world that wish they were in your position and can build what you've built for yourself. Like, how did you do that? Like, you know, so what kind of mentality do you need to have or work ethic to build a career off dancing of all things?
It's a real question, isn't it?
Yep.
I have a low standard in the beginning of your life, and I feel like that's a huge part. And that's like kind of like real and
serious.
What
does that mean to you?
It means like I think I grew up at such like a low standard as far as like quality of life. I don't know, everybody's perspective is different, but like I grew up not really having anything, and the idea of like a job, of like a dream job at that time would probably be something like a claims adjuster or something that like is equal to like what my family was already doing. Just we grew up in a low standard, so I felt like because of that, if I just keep like trying to surpass that, then who knows what can happen. So it's almost like I'm kind of climbing this ladder of like, what the fuck is happening with my life? And I'm just still going just because I didn't expect to get this.
When you say, sorry to interrupt you, but
no,
when you say low standard, is it that you didn't grow up with money, or you just didn't have standards for anything?
All right, fine.
What does that mean exactly?
So the truth comes out, all right, David? You just trying to get to you trying to dig deep. I got you, all right? So I was born in Sacramento, California, all right? And my mom grew up, and my mom at the time was on welfare. Thanks, Dave. And she would like, you know, pay for stuff with food stamps.
Is this real?
This is a real story.
Okay.
I'm just giving it a character, and I don't know what this character is, and I never established this, but I'm feeling the Holy Spirit, so let me speak, motherfucker. So anyway, But honestly, it's like, I think, like, to be honest, yeah, my mom did grow up on, like, we just grew up strict on funds. And I was just at, like, we just didn't have a lot. And I just felt like dance was one of the one things that I think especially a B-boy, at that time, like, we just got all types of hate from, you know, everything, because there was no literally, like, overall way to make money off of breaking. And then they came out the show called So You Think You Can Dance in 2005. And then that, like, literally just taking that opportunity and essentially just always showing up to opportunities, even if I felt like I wasn't ready, I think was the one thing that helped develop everything I have. You know, it's that and Ryan Higa.
See, I mean, I do remember telling you to do YouTube, and the reason was because of your personality. It wasn't, I mean, like, obviously there's dancers, right? And dancers, I mean, you know, the biggest you can get to a certain degree without having, you know, branding behind it is like a backup dancer to like a really famous Justin Bieber or somebody, right? Well, I don't know. I may be teaching. But you kind of went with that route. You went with your success with dancing, but you used it to create D-Trix, the personality. You know what I mean? And I think that, isn't that what you were trying to teach with your Passionate project?
Passionate, yeah.
Because it's more than just, okay, become a great dancer, right?
Yeah, I think it's like overall, what is the question?
Like, I mean, I think, is it just, well, it was more of a question, it was more of a statement of like why you are where you are. Is because you didn't just follow the route of just becoming a great dancer and then, you know, teaching or becoming a backup dancer. Like the reason why they picked you up is because you built your personality, right?
Yeah, and I think overall it's like a big part of it was growth. I think I've always been obsessed with, this is like a real answer, but like since the very beginning, and to go to also answer you, Ryan, your statement, which wasn't a question, but to kind of go back to just answer both those things, is I was obsessed with growth of like learning about whatever I was doing, or if I started something new, the growth of that. And then with that just became, I guess the more you grow, you just are able to offer more stuff to this world. And then if you're decent enough, people just pay you to do shit. That's kind of
the goal.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that you are obsessed with becoming better at whatever you try to do?
Oh, hell yeah. Just because I constantly think I suck. And I feel like it's just, that's part of anybody. Like, I think any creative, they just, you know, always, I always just feel like I'm just obsessed with knowledge. And I feel like I just need to keep getting better.
And you feel like that you did that with dance too?
I'm still doing it with dance.
So you look at all these young, because there's so many young kids online.
These motherfuckers.
They're killing it. Like these little 8-year-old kids, right?
I know.
When you see them, what do you feel?
Feelings for an 8-year-old. Horrible.
I mean, when you see these talented kids,
okay, so
how do you react to
so
that?
I work with a lot of these younger kids too, especially like the ones that are moving out here because they're so dope. I feel like the beautiful thing about them is that they haven't gone through enough life stuff to realize the restrictions and fears that life kind of teaches you, to be afraid to fail. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to learn they're going to start something, see the standard at an early age, and then just go after that. And then for me, it's inspiring. I feel like it's really, really dope to see these kids picking up stuff and being freaking masters at it hella early. Assholes.
And then you feel like you need to become better than them.
No. Where do you go? Wow. No,
because we were talking about how you are obsessed with growth, and when you see young kids who are surpassing your skill sets or whatever, that you wish you had when you were that age.
I mean, I don't think they're surpassing skill sets over here, Dave. You know, I still get down. I feel like I'm one of those old guys right now. Like, you know, I still get down. In my day.
No, I when I watch you dance, you're a master. You're a master of your craft. There's not a lot of people in this world who can move like you. That sounds weird, but like,
should we do a replay of this?
No, like,
while we're talking.
And like, I'm just wondering from, you know, your perspective as a master of your craft that's been doing it for like over a decade, and have, you know, you're a judge on shows. Like, when you see it, like, do you feel like a little bit of competitiveness with these young kids? Like, not that you're going to directly compete with them, but, you know, like for me, example, as a musician, when I see these young kids, I'm like, damn, I wish I was as good as them. I still feel that now.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, we're interviewing you.
Okay. I guess for me, not really, just because for me, I get excited about the future of the generation. If anything, I would just like to help out on the shit that the dancers don't know about, like how to monetize it, how to create a longevity lifestyle of it. Or if you're a young kid, a big part of it is you have all the movement. And Paco, I know you can vouch for this too, is these kids haven't gone through enough like life emotional shit to like really understand why you're dancing yet. Does that make sense?
Put meaning to the
yeah,
motion.
because you got to go through some crazy shit to be able to like express dance in a way that people can translate it that don't understand dance, right? So for me with dance, is I always try to make dance secondary to whatever I'm doing, meaning like what is the message I'm trying to say, or what is it that I can get the average person at home that doesn't care about dance to want to watch that, or showcase that to other people that don't care about dance. So with these young dancers, it's like they have all the amazing facilities and they'll destroy me at my craft physically. But when it comes to emotion and be able to tell a story, that's what I would love to help out for them. Because I feel like if I was that age and someone helped me with that, it'd just be like, you're able to like almost get it even faster. Does that make sense? So it's like the why. But
So
yeah.
how do you teach, like you said, they don't have the experience. How do you teach someone like that? Well, what do you do? What do you tell them?
Well, I said it was about like experiencing emotional. You know, trauma. Maybe I beat the shit out of them. I just go up to them with my ninja milk and I go,
Oh my God.
Emotionally and physically.
ruining the moment.
Oh my God. There's so many deep references that no one's gonna get.
But so what I was saying is I could kind of relate because in music, you know,
I'm listening. Don't be disrespectful. Dave's trying to speak, assholes.
Go for it. Go.
no, like you could tell if someone's singing from a place of experience versus something that they just are just singing.
For example,
For example,
when you say to me,
you made that song up, right? That's original.
yeah. So you guys, if you guys want to play that, you're gonna have to pay me
Royalties.
royalties.
Okay. Well, I
That was
mean,
nice. That was really nice, actually.
That's out of tune.
this speaks.
How would you know?
This speaks to your. I find it really interesting. This is your personality type, though, and I think I've told you about this too. Is like, and I think this is also what makes you great. Is that you do always want to get better, and that's why you got really good at dance, and then you find something else that you really want to be good at, like singing. Like you were trying to take, you never really sang before, but you've been taking like classes for like 8 months, right?
Yeah. Yes, the answer is yes. Yes.
I mean, with everything you do, if you get into something, you get obsessed.
I get obsessed. For example, like our friendship, right? I'm obsessed with bringing back what we had. You know, I feel like, Ryan, since the YTF days, you know, and it wasn't, you know, it was, you know, but I feel like I want, like our plant, it was turning into a beautiful tree in the forest of great friendships. And I feel like we was blossoming, and then like if you were the water and I was the sun, it's like I want to be a better sun for your water. And I feel like we can build our tree of friendship again. So with that being said, I study a lot about friendships and stuff and wanting to grow those things. And
Dom doesn't drink. He's never drank before in his life. He doesn't do drugs. He's very clean.
Have you ever done drugs before?
yes,
You have.
yeah. Ryan introduced me to Adderall. Ryan introduced me to Adderall,
You
so
really
I did that.
did? Okay.
But that's
for
subjective.
ADD, yeah.
Yeah.
So you just brought up YTF very quickly.
There's no punch to that phrase,
What?
though. I'm sorry.
What did you have fun at YTF? Like, can you tell us about your experiences?
I had a blast with YTF. I think we all did it at some certain point. It just ended kind of funky, you know? We get into that shit?
I don't know.
No, I thought YTF
could,
was
I mean.
great. I think it was like we had an awesome run, and it was like the first of its kind. And again, I got to praise Ryan because essentially Ryan put his brand, his own personal brand on the side for 6 friends. I'm pretty sure kind of like everybody did, but I think
Everybody did.
Everybody did to an extent, but Ryan was like the one that like literally birthed a lot of our pushes and careers on YouTube. And thanks, man.
Well, I mean, Kev already had a career. You guys had careers. It's just we together it helped everyone, including myself.
Yeah.
Like that was like what do they call Team 10 before that existed, right? Well, I mean, we didn't do that. We
Yeah,
didn't
I thought people liked
kind
us,
of
though.
did that though to a certain degree. Like we lived in the same building, the haunted building, where everybody lives now in North Hollywood.
You thought it was haunted. I never thought it was. There's a couple weird things.
There's weird things in that building. People who live there
Building
now.
or room? You heard other stories?
I mean, our room and then Kev and Victor's room.
Well, I think Kevin and Victor were haunting their own room.
Well, there's a lot of people living there now, but anyway, we kind of did that to a certain degree. I don't think there was other groups before us.
No, it would have been
YouTuber
cool.
groups.
I thought it was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was.
The
super
idea
fun.
was there.
Did you guys ever bring it back? YTF?
That's not my. I mean, I've been down. Ryan.
I don't even know what that means. Like,
Oh,
what,
YTF.
touring?
It means yesterday, today, forever.
Stupid. I mean, like, just like what? Like touring? I don't want to tour.
What if we made a show?
We could do a show. I could do one show.
We don't have to do it. But what if we made a show?
Oh,
for the
and
new
put other
gen?
people. Yeah,
That was the
younger
original.
people.
Wasn't that the
was
original
legacy,
reason why
yeah.
we made YTF?
Yeah, the whole goal was so that we didn't have to do it later. Like, we
Yeah.
don't have to keep doing these shows because we're gonna get old eventually.
Yeah.
But we didn't really do that. We didn't follow through. So that was YTF.
Did you guys watch? Did you watch YTF, Paco? How come you're not saying nothing?
I'm letting you guys kind of just like talk and everything. You guys have a lot going on. I don't want to interrupt the flow. It's cool
Okay,
to
stop,
listen.
stop, Dave.
So
Write that down. That's a joke. Write that down. It's a stand-up joke.
for those listeners, Paco's pursuing a career in comedy. So
Yeah, stand up. So he's writing notes. He's got good ones. Let me read your notes for the people.
We're moving on. Keep it going.
moving on. So
Don't ever start with knock knock. Okay. Sorry, I don't know.
Take that as a challenge. Go ahead.
Dom, you have an Emmy. You won an Emmy. Like you're one of the very few YouTubers who's
freaking
ever
crazy.
won an Emmy award.
It's kind of like any award. They kind of just sit there and develop dust.
Okay, but did you ever dream of even winning one of these? Like, did you actually see yourself?
No, definitely not. So, that was in 2016. Quest Crew won an Emmy, and hell no. Like, I don't even think that we thought that was possible when we were doing that show. To be completely honest, so no, I never thought that. It's crazy.
Where is it? What do you do? Do you
Like
is
I
it just
said,
collecting dust?
Yeah, it's I don't know. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about awards, but I feel like awards are like the one thing that it's like it doesn't matter how like basic or how amazing it is. They all kind of do the same thing and collect dust. I mean, maybe I was able to charge a little bit more for teaching, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a resume thing, right?
I guess
It does
yeah.
give you credit. I mean, like, that's a real award.
Yeah.
It's not like you're getting like some
Is it
random
or was it like one
certification,
of those
yeah.
like, oh, we feel bad for the Asians and the Oscars fucked that up, so let's give these Asian dudes an award?
Yeah, but it's still like people still think it's still connected. It's an Emmy, you know?
You're right. I'm so much better than you guys.
You are in that respect for sure.
Do people know you're Asian? You're half Asian? Do
Some people
fans,
know.
Do your fans know?
Oh,
Would you say?
am I?
Yeah, they know, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You're half Filipino.
68.7% Filipino.
Oh, you took a test?
Yeah. And
which one?
The one where I did my own math and looking at my family.
Mm.
Yeah, but I think it's about that. But the rest is Etika.
Etika? What's that?
It's Ryan's jokes.
Can you tell us more about Passion 8?
Yeah. So I started a company called Passionate.
Is that a play on words for passionate?
Oh my, that's good. You're brilliant. Yeah, it is. Thank you. You're the first one to ever point that out, by the way.
I was just wondering.
No.
Because it might not have been.
Yeah, Passionate is
course it
basically
is.
Passionate. I created a company to essentially help the next generation of dancers or any dancers that feel like they want to get like the level up of their careers, not just like physically but mentally, so that they can have the same type of outcome that I feel like I was lucky and grateful enough to have that I didn't expect I was going to have. So yeah, getpassionate.com/
That's it.
I think
Just
that's
go
it.
to passionate.com.
Just the slash.
I mean, let's talk about some of the recent projects that you did because you were working with. Is it Logan?
Ooh, B-Girl Logistics. We should roll a clip of that right now.
I don't think
And
we
we're
have the
back.
rights to that.
Yeah.
No,
You don't have the rights to it.
no.
Yeah.
Unless you use my video, you have the rights.
Okay.
Even then, it's like someone do you.
Okay, who is this person?
Oh, dude, who is this person? Oh my God, you know that?
No, really, I don't know.
So you know you were talking about earlier those kids that are like changing the game and dance. So she's like literally to me, she's 16 now, but I've known her since she was started, probably like 9 or something. But we did this show called World of Dance Season 2 last season, and she was on the team that I was able to choreograph that won, and her name is Logan. She was on the lab, and
Logan's a girl.
Yeah, Logan's a girl.
Okay.
B-Girl Logistics is her B-Girl name, and she is like completely blown up like crazy over this last year, not just like industry wise, but like B-Girl wise and like all styles dance wise. But what was your question, Paco?
Well, it's just like what you've been doing with projects lately, because I know that you guys just did a video together, right?
Yeah, we just did a video, Who You Are. By,
that was her.
that was
her.
amazing.
Oh yeah, that was
did you
awesome.
see it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you commented.
Yeah.
So
oh,
good.
thanks, dude. Yeah, thank you. Again, a big part
she's
of it
good.
was because it was her, and I wrote the idea down and I pitched it to her, and I was like, this is not gonna happen unless it's you, because when I was creating it, I just kept picturing her, and she was down to trust me with that piece, and boom. For me, I think it was the best piece I've ever got to create up to date. And again, I'll have to say a big part of it is because she is so amazing. If you haven't seen it, then you can go check it out.
Well, I know that was meaningful to you because you're the one who introduced me to Jessie J, right?
Oh, really?
That song.
Oh, yeah, that song.
Specifically that song. Before she became Jessie J, the pop artist, she was.
Yeah, I found her on
singing-
YouTube. Yeah.
We used to listen to that same song. It was a YouTube video. It wasn't even like she's on stage. It wasn't even like a produced thing. And she was singing Who You Are. And like you would listen to that over and over and over to the point that I like memorized it, right? So I knew that if you were going to do something,
go ahead.
you're going to, what?
You memorized the song? Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I memorized it, but I'm not going to do it.
Can you sing it? I would love to hear
I
it.
remember the part where she yells out, Jessie J!
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
Be a go-getter.
The live
Anyway,
version?
yeah. We were watching. I knew it meant a lot to you because you never really did. Well, you've done some stuff to it, but you never really had the fact that you were going to showcase that song. It had to have meant a lot to you.
Yeah,
because
I
I
was
knew
like-
how you felt about it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song, and the piece was about, I think, like young girls that struggle with what to post on Instagram, and I feel like people do this all the time in general, not just young girls, but I feel like young girls that I've heard about, especially from her, like, and the lab, like that's a big thing that people struggle with was like, as a young girl, like what do I produce that will maintain my like self-love and like putting that at risk for the idea of getting more likes or more followers. So I felt like if I was able to tell a story that can help them with that, I'd be able to change lives. And Logan made it come to life. So yeah. And I thought it'd be weird because I've always wanted to do that piece, but I feel like if I played the young girl, it
Would be better. And
it
it would
wouldn't-
take away from the song.
yeah. And Trixie she was booked. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Trixie.
that's your girl character. For people
Yeah.
that don't know.
Yeah.
So you're kind of on hiatus, right, from posting YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're doing a lot of other things, Passionate, and then you're judging, so you think you can dance. How often do you shoot for that?
Once
Every
a week.
Oh, once a week?
Once a week.
Okay.
So it's not that much.
What are you doing in between those?
Being lazy.
No, you're not lazy.
Working on music.
Okay, so you're doing stuff.
Yeah, but it's just taking forever.
What does that mean? Like,
I fucking suck at singing. No, I've just been working on music for like the last almost year now, and because I've always wanted to do a musical, like a film musical. I think I
Yep.
told you that to you before. So I figured I'd learn how to at least do basic shit so I can write it for not even me, for other people. But that's like a longevity dream.
You've been taking lessons too, vocal lessons, right?
Yeah, because I went to this guy named David Choi once, and I was like, "Yo, David, can you work with me on my singing?" He's like, "I don't do that. I play piano." And I was like,
did you
"All
really
right."
say that?
No, he didn't.
Oh,
I was being rude.
I know you did go to him though.
Yeah.
At one point.
I was
right?
like, yeah. Well, we're actually supposed to work on more stuff together, but that was again my fault. I'm not ready yet, David. I want to be at your standard
I'm
first.
ready for you whenever you're ready.
I'm ready now.
I was waiting for the punchline there.
Timing. Write down timing.
All right, timing.
All right, so you're working on music, and
Yeah.
you're working on, well, obviously you're doing the show. Are you still doing Passionate?
Yeah, we're doing next summer. Will end up being the next one we do.
Okay.
We're gonna do like probably
It's
summertime.
like a clinic then, kind of.
Yeah, it's a clinic. I just thought of like an AA meeting or something.
Oh no, I mean like a basketball clinic. You like go and
Oh,
you
yeah,
learn
yeah.
for like a week and then do something and
Yeah, it's just it's like a weekend long thing, and I think the next one we're
Like
gonna
a
have
camp.
a
Yeah.
getaway. It's kind of a cult. Because by day 3, everybody's
This
crying and it gets
commercial, man.
weird.
Yeah.
It's a good way to turn people off. They're like, I'm not going there. No, but I kind of like, it takes a while to find the right people that come and take the experience too. Cause a big part of it is just like, not just people submitting, but it's like having the right people that really want that. Cause it's like, we go in really deep as far as like the dance ability itself, the psychology, the business aspect of it. And I think it's just, it's for everybody, essentially, all types of dancers, like but more importantly, like if people really want to live off this craft, then I think this is probably the best. Live off the craft of dance is the best, I guess, clinic I feel like you could take to really have that outcome now.
Yeah, and what better place than to learn from a master who's pioneered his own career?
You're so sweet. Thank you, man. I guess you think that of me, but I don't really think that. I'm still learning.
It's a fact.
Oh.
Always learning though, always.
Yeah, right? That's kind of it. Like,
I mean, you can still be a pioneer. And
like you've mastered music, but you're still learning about it, right?
He's like, no, I got it.
He's like, no, I've been a master for a while, motherfucker.
No, I haven't mastered it, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's those are true words of a master. Ryan, you've mastered the art of comedy and YouTube videos and content creation. Really?
Yes, really.
So just the rest of us all say that for
maybe
you.
2005 to 2010 YouTube comedy specifically. Yeah. Maybe I mastered that.
You've also mastered the art of being humble.
That is an art.
Well, you know what? We will be right back because I need to take a shishi break. So
That's P for all the people that don't know.
hey, still remember. And we're back.
Do you guys have any brands for this episode?
Nope.
Okay, this episode of Off the Pill is brought to you by Ninja Milk, and you can get your local Ninja Milk online. We're gonna leave a link in the description box below. Go get them right now. They're hot. I mean, they're cold, but they're hot. You know. All right, we'll work on it.
I didn't even ask him to do that, but thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
I'm going to ask for my check now.
I will send it to you, and I will send you some cases.
Yeah, thank you. Write that down.
Shoot, sorry.
Make sure Ryan sends case of Ninja Milk to the right address for D-Trix.
What was the address again?
It's 128
128
542
54.
You're making it harder on yourself right now by continuing this.
27. That's my social security number.
What if that is someone's real social security?
It definitely is. If it starts off with 1, it might be one of the first people ever, like Jesus' cousin. I don't know.
So we recently had Bethany on the podcast.
Mota.
Bethany Mota, your
know her?
girlfriend.
She's hot, you know her?
Your
She's hot.
girlfriend.
She's hot. Yes. She is
She
my
told us
better
a story.
2/3. What'd she say? I didn't watch the episode.
She tells us a story of how you guys met.
She's definitely not 2/3.
Because I didn't know.
She's my better 2/3.
But so obviously because Beth is, famous in her own right, a lot of the questions are about Beth.
Oh, cool.
And because obviously the other episode too, right? We talked about you as well. A lot of shit.
Remember what you made for her on her birthday? Of course you remember.
Oh, yeah.
The bedroom.
Yeah, the childhood room. That's creepy. It is now that we say it like this. Like if I were to show you guys the room, it wouldn't be as creepy.
You
it was
did
a
show me the
It was a
room.
thoughtful idea.
Okay, there's a reason for that.
This is your chance to explain your side.
Because we feel like in our relationship, we're our best selves when we're coming from a place of playing and like having like a fearless type of like attitude and state. And we felt like those times were always when we were kids. So we always try to maintain like a childish, like playful type of relationship. So I decided to make her a childhood room so that if she ever felt like she needed to relive it or, be in that state, or if it was that time of the month, she can go inside the room. She can go inside, rule 3, write that down. She can go inside of her room and just be like, okay, I remember what it was like for my boyfriend to be creepy as fuck. Misdirection, write that down.
No, I mean, it was the thought was there, right?
Yeah, and I'm very proud of the
Yeah.
room. I'm very proud of it, guys.
Is it
You
still
can judge
there?
me. Yeah.
So it's at your house.
Yeah, it's at my place.
Okay.
I just took one of the rooms and made her room, and she still uses it for storage. But it's It's storage.
It's actually like well thought out though. Like when you showed us to that room, it was like, wow, like there was a lot of thought put into this. You did a lot of research.
Oh, that's right. You saw it.
Yeah, that's how I found out about it.
Oh yeah. It's really cool. It took me a while. It was cool. It was cool.
You had to like you had to look for a TV VCR 2-in-1, right?
They used to have that, by the way, for you guys watching this and not knowing. They used to have TVs that had like a VHS player, a VCR, and a DVD player. And I had to find, and it took forever. And that was like the one thing I was like, this is going to be hard to get. But yeah, we found it. Facebook Marketplace.
Do you guys ever argue about little things about like? Do you guys ever argue, or is it just?
Yeah, we're
really
not
a great.
Jesus Christ dating Jesus Christ. No.
But I mean, but you guys have.
Probably still argue.
What do you guys disagree about? Like, in your relationship?
Oh, you know what's like a common one, and maybe she'll say something else. But I feel like a common thing we disagree about is how we're not enough for the other person.
Like your own self?
Yeah, like we feel like
Oh, wow.
we argue over the idea that I'm not enough for her, and then she argues over the idea she's not enough for me. Like we always want to be better for that person. So it's more as like an internal argument that's outternal.
It's almost healthy, don't you? I mean, it's better to have that than
Yeah,
the
better
other
than
way
the other way
Yeah.
around.
right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Placing blame and like, man, I can do better.
Oh yeah. I
that's
used
good.
to place BAME.
Yeah, place blame.
Hashtag Noel. I used to place blame a lot, but I feel like that's why my past relationships didn't work out. You know, speaking of which, Ryan, I feel like we came to a place in our relationship where I was blaming you a lot for the pain. And I realized it was really just inside of me. And I just want to say, I'm so sorry. Callbacks, write that down. Right. Callbacks. But whether or not it stays in the video, it's up to you. But just call back.
He's not writing anything.
But yeah, I think it's healthy to argue in any relationship. I think it's like it's gonna happen, but I think more importantly, to know how it goes after that, and if you guys can grow from it, is where the importance is.
Do you guys hang out a lot?
Yes,
Every day or
every day. Yeah,
you guys are both busy people, so
yeah. We're busy like singing and like, but she's good. I don't know if you guys heard her sing.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, right? It's
She's really good.
She's super good.
Yeah.
And then she'll be like, "Oh, I'm not good," and I'm like, and then you think like, "Oh shit, I suck." Like
So
compared to you, I
must
fucking really suck.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Damn, I must really suck," because you don't think
What
you're good.
what does she think about, or what does she say to you about your singing?
She usually does this, and I think that means she likes it.
So she makes a face.
No, like I think she's very supportive, but
Yeah.
then like I mean I'm still new to it, right? But I think she's very supportive overall. But she has to listen to it all day. It's probably really annoying for her. It's like I imagine if she was just practicing her dancing all day, and she's like, "Babe, look at me." I'm like, "Oh shit."
You be supportive.
wait. So hold on. So as a dancer, when someone's practicing in front of you and they're not very good, does that annoy you?
No.
Oh,
I actually, the thing with me is like I want to help the person get better, but I think that's what the problem is. Like with singing, I want her to help me, but she doesn't.
would you like her to?
I would, babe, help me learn how to sing better.
Did you ever ask her to help you?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
And what she usually say then?
Can you do that? And I'm like, easy. I don't know where this started. I'm sorry. This is so random. My ADD is bad. Where did that go? I usually ask her to help me, but I think she's like always like, she probably just tired of hearing me. She honestly just feels like she's not good enough to help me, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, to be completely honest, but I can listen to her and I feel like I'd get better.
What do you like most about her? I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of things, but
Yeah, I always go to these deep things right away, but authentically who she is, like inside her moral value. And I think that's what brought me to her initially too, is like this gratuitous amount of self-love that she had for herself, where I felt like, oh man, that's cool. That's like, I know it's like really cliche and deep, but I love the fact that she, just turns me on.
that she's confident in herself.
Yeah. She has like, not in a boastful way, but she just has like this, like she wants to be a better person constantly. And I felt like with my past relationships, I feel like in relationships in general, in order to be best for that person, you kind of got to be your best self. Almost like you have to be selfish to be selfless type of thing. So that yeah, I think that. And she's bomb. You seen her? Ooh, look at your boy getting they young, but they cute. Go ahead, baby. Sorry, I don't know.
I love
That's
it.
all
No,
staying in.
It's great. No, I mean, you obviously really, really love her, and when she was talking about you, she really loves you. I see you guys as a great, beautiful couple.
Oh wow, thanks.
I guess a question that I have, since you came up from hard times, and at where you are now, maybe you can give advice to your past self, or even like other kids who are in this area that aren't maybe able to get into Passionate, and they just they're looking for like advice from somebody who's made it out of hard times.
Oh yeah, my past self, I'd probably just say continue.
You're right there.
A little bit of gingivitis, self-deprecation. Write that down.
Don't touch my paper.
You hear that? You hear this?
After that.
Let's just shh. Yeah, and I think to the person out there that feels like it's kind of like really, really tough, which I believe it's tough for everybody. It's just different types of how tough is. I think the ability to play and look at everything as an opportunity instead of an obligation really helps a lot. I think with that growth, and if you become obsessive about something like a craft, and it takes you away from like whatever pain could be, keep investing in that, and then also be okay with pain, because I feel like it's the key ingredient to be able to heal it, to be honest. So I feel like if I had background music, it would help a lot more.
We can.
I'll start over. Go ahead. Ready?
Sorry, this is all we have.
Hey y'all, if you feel like you guys are down, well, I'm here to let you guys know that the only great thing about down is that you know what up is, all right? Because without down, there is no up. If life was just always about up, there'd never be down, and you would never understand that up is just, it's just up. You have nothing to judge it on, so you got to thank the downs, especially if you're thanking the ups. Now make sure you thumbs up this video. Characters.
So you believe that like losing is important then?
Oh hell yeah! For me at least, I don't know. I mean, all you guys have done great things in your life and your careers. For me, I've been. I feel like the one thing that's made my whole life possible is the idea of losing and failing. So without it, again, I don't think you would really understand what the other side is. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like heaven, right? They describe heaven as this place of like perfection. And then you really think about perfect. And if this world was perfect, how would you know what it is without having the opposite, right? So there's like a beauty to the not being perfect. Because everything was perfect, then in hell, it'd be perfectly dark. So then you're just like, oh, I don't know how to judge it. So I'm just there, right? So it's kind of like that. I just look at everything as like, oh, the beauty behind the up is, or one thing is the opposite of it. Because you would never know what that is.
Deep. Hashtag deep.
Do you believe there is a heaven?
I believe this is heaven. Especially sitting with 3 angels. That's right. Even you, Paco, are an angel. Write that down, asshole.
I don't know how much of this we can use.
I'm so sorry, guys.
No, it'll be good.
It's awesome.
You're giving him ammo right
You
now.
can use all of it.
Yep. Do you want to get into these already?
This is like weird for me because I usually want to ask like you guys questions. Because
Go for it.
Know
Yeah,
about
you can ask
Oh, we
questions.
can?
Yeah.
It's just a
an open
conversation.
thing. It's
Do
conversation.
you guys think there's a heaven? Do you think there's a heaven, David?
I believe there's a heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe in some, form of it.
I believe in the afterlife, if that's...
Oh yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
too. I agree. You
I
too?
believe in something. I don't know what that's called, but I think there's something.
You're like agnostic.
Yeah. Not
What's
what's
that?
the other one where you don't
Agnostic believes that
believe? And there's something.
there's a being.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't really
Not that I
interact
know
with
as-
you type
You
of
don't know
thing.
which one it is. Yeah.
I would say agnostic. No, what is the one? Not atheist.
Yeah, so agnostic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agnostic.
How about you, Paco?
I don't know, man. It's weird.
He's a pastor's kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You lost your virginity early, didn't you?
No, at the age of 26, actually.
That's early for me. I'm still waiting. Oh wow, yeah. So I have a question for you. Then, was the expectation and standard at which your childhood was that like? Did you feel like you always had to live up to like what a pastor's son is supposed to be?
In a way, yeah. I actually learned more of how to act.
Well, I'm staying away from you. Just
with
being
that,
serious.
maybe we should go into some Twitter questions.
Ooh,
Go for it.
that's a good transition.
There's a fan, if Z Wayne asks, would you rather know how you die or when you die, and why?
How I die. Would you rather know how I die or when you die? How I die. When you die. Neither. I mean,
You don't want to know.
no, because I'm excited for the surprise. But
You wouldn't know. You're dead.
But if I had to choose one, oh wait, I'm already. Is this the premise that I'm dead already?
Sure.
Okay, I'd rather know.
Oh no, when you're alive.
Yeah, like right now.
premise-
Okay,
yeah.
would you rather know, like right now, how you die or when?
Like you're gonna, let's say it's like I'm gonna die in 3 months versus I'm going to die by a car crash. Which one would you rather?
If I had to choose one, I guess when.
Yeah.
I think I would use that more.
Because then you could do stuff.
Yeah,
What would you do?
depends on the time. So if I
Would you
found out,
still be judging so you think you can dance?
it depends. Do I make it that long? Like, give me a date, and then I'll tell
you
you.
have
What
3 months left.
It's always subjective depending
Yep.
on the time.
Yeah.
3 months left.
Yeah.
I would
That's
still
not a lot of
judge.
time.
I would still judge, and
you
I would
would.
still finish this podcast.
Hey, we made it on the list. Honesty.
So sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean that's not really the question. I just kind of took it somewhere else. But I mean that's interesting.
No, that's
What would you
important.
guys do?
Yeah.
Would
I
you?
would want to know when for sure.
When, right?
Yeah.
It's more beneficial. You can use that.
Yeah, I would probably do. I don't know what I would want to do actually.
It depends on the time. I feel like. What if it was like you're gonna die at 178? You're like, oh shit, I got a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
Why'd you get old and southern all of
You
a
almost
sudden?
said black,
long
you
time.
racist. I don't know. It's just who I am.
Okay.
Characters.
What would you choose? What would you do? Your characters. What would you do, Paco? If you had to choose one.
If I had only what? Oh, I would choose time as well.
Time.
Yeah.
David.
I would choose time.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're all the same. Boring.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, on to the next question from Bethers Unite. I wonder. I think she's our fan. Do you and Beth ever play pranks on each other?
No, but I feel like no, we don't. But maybe I want to start now. I feel like you prank Arden a lot. Do you prank Arden a lot?
No, not really.
Like when you post stuff on your Instagram, you're kind of like, it's not really a prank. You're just kind of a dick.
Yeah.
But it's so funny. So that's kind of like a prank.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's like she knows about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. How about you?
He fakes pranks.
It's not a fake prank. It's not a prank. It's just truth.
Are pranks fake?
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Next question. CP Valerie. What's your favorite and least favorite about making choreography?
The favorite part would probably just be able to produce a message that I feel like that could help a lot of people. Oh, that's so cliche, but it's so real and honest. Let's see. And the worst part is probably like the self-doubt maybe that comes with making stuff. Like especially if you're so protective over it, like if you have a good reason why, and then like you become like a little bit like, oh man, it has to be like perfect. So I don't have that as much anymore, it feels like. But yeah, I would say those two things.
Do you feel like when you're creating choreography for yourself versus other people, do you feel more of that pressure when you're performing it or when someone else is performing it?
I feel more pressure if it's for me than I do for the other person. Because for me, the other person is actually a lot easier and I get to see it. Where like with me, it's like, I feel like I can't see myself doing it and I already feel whack. So I feel like the pressure is like, for me would be just higher to make it. Because it's just like, also my ability sucks. So you got to create around the,
What do you mean?
like right now, like I'm not as good at dancing as I used to be as far as like what I can do. I mean,
Oh,
you saw
not like
these.
creating choreography.
Yeah.
That doesn't go away. That's in your head, right?
Yeah, but when it's for yourself, it's like I feel like I'm more limited on what I can say with my body. Whereas other people, usually the people I choose, it's like they have more to say, and I can get the message in my head that I want the world to know through their
Their
bodies.
body vocabulary
their
is a
body-
lot
yeah.
larger than yours.
Yeah.
So, I guess this is a question that I have since we're talking about choreography and kind of your art.
Yeah, I'll do your solos.
Thank you. But also, if you could only choose one, I guess, creative aspect and outlet, what would you pick? Because you're actually so multi-talented.
You mean like
it's annoying,
like
almost.
crafts?
Well, you said like you're into singing right
Yeah.
now.
That doesn't mean, but it doesn't mean
and
I'm
then
good.
I know, but you dance and you pretty much like, I mean, like you said, you're always learning, but you conquered it. I mean, you hit the tier, right? Like of like the top tier of what a dancer could be. For the most part, like what's higher than what you've done? Become the judge on the biggest dance show. There's nothing really higher than that, right?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I think so. I mean,
Well, what I'm asking is if you're at that tier, right? Like the highest tier, in my perspective, it's almost not as fun, right? Because with singing, it's more interesting because there's so much new things to learn. And I feel like you just like learning. So I guess going back to Paco's question, kind of went off track.
No, it's all good.
What would you pick? I mean, would it still be dance?
oh shit. If I had to choose right now,
Yeah.
it would probably be choreographing. Because I feel like if it was like one thing that I can help more people with, would probably be choreographing pieces than making music or making people laugh. Does that make sense? So, because I feel like right now the choreography, like I kind of just fell into being a choreographer. It was nothing that I really took serious, but I felt it kind of, to be honest, easy. And I feel like because it's so easy, it's not as fun because I want to feel struggle when I make stuff. Does that make sense? So choreographing, like I feel like I would help more people out that way. So I'd probably go with that.
Okay. Well,
I don't know if that was a good answer.
I was just
No,
curious.
No, that was great. Like you need that struggle so that you don't feel like you've conquered it. Because once you've conquered it, then you're like, I'm done.
Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, there's still like a struggle in creating and choreographing, but it's a lot. I think it's just because I've been around it so long and I've been doing it so long. I mean, it's Ryan's kind of similar to like probably you and you, like you know what you have to do and you know what you need to do, and it's where is the like growth in it, or like at one point in time. And again, I think you can constantly grow, but you gotta want to do that type of thing. So that's why I love singing, because you know when you're this bad, then you can just you just keep going, and then you know one day you won't be as bad.
that's better. Than
Is
what
it
I
getting
remember.
better?
It is better than what I remember. Yeah,
Thanks.
it's a lot better.
I have a question. So, you know, as a dancer, you need to be in shape, I would assume.
Fuck.
Do you do you feel like dancers should work out, do yoga, that type of stuff, or is dancing enough? Would you say?
Yeah, Paco, it's not like it used to be when we were dancing. Like, you'd be a little bit lazy, you could eat shit. The dancers now are crazy, man. Like, they're running every morning. Their diets are freaking stern. They're training mind and body, learning from some of the greatest people all over the world. And a big part of it, too, is that they have the standard at their palm because of the phone. But I would recommend that, especially if you're, like, going for it now. No matter what dance style, you got to be, like...
At the top.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the Olympics now, so
Yeah.
people are definitely...
There's Olympic dancing?
Dance, actually, ballroom and break dance, I can't say break dance, but b-boying and breaking is now in the Olympics, junior and adult divisions. That's crazy, right?
That's pretty crazy.
So it ain't like they can't have our diets that they used to, you know, the Spam musubis and the two hot dogs for $2.22 at AM PM. It ain't gonna work no more like that. Unless you're B-Boy Morris.
But that is kind of, yeah, no,
Because he's
that
killing
guy's,
it.
That guy's diet.
Yeah, he's
McDonald's every morning. He's still hella
killing
good.
it.
Yeah.
Hella good. Hella abs.
Um,
I'm jealous.
But you know what? That's like in every sport, right? Like over the years, every sport, they get better and better. Like some kid just broke Michael Phelps's records,
What?
right?
Yeah.
Like a bunch of his records and like,
Kid.
yeah, some kid.
High school or something.
Yeah,
like
something
that, right?
like that. And then like, you know, compare basketball now versus like 50 years ago.
Oh, now this is like, you're about to say,
What?
so LeBron or Michael Jordan? Who is the
Well,
ultimate
okay, well
GOAT?
that's I'm going even further.
Yeah, yeah.
But like it's a whole nother level of like athleticism, sprinting. You know, people used to run marathons in like an hour like slower. I don't know what I'm making that up.
No, I know what you
But
mean.
yeah, like over time people are getting better and better at stuff. And at what point, I mean there's the aspect that you have to offer is that it's not just physical, right?
Yeah.
In terms of like, I mean,
I
I
think
don't know.
people
Do you
can-
think it's gonna like improve? What I'm trying to ask is what David and I talk about with music, of how like David loves real quote unquote real music. You love like EDM and stuff like that too, but like there's a difference between like the art of music and then the
like formula.
yeah, like the formula basically. So what do you consider good?
I think psychology is 80%, and I think physical ability is actually 20.
So so you're saying
When
these
it comes to
kids have
receive
the
outcome.
physical.
Yeah, I think a lot of the kids, and then like, logistics is the one that's where it's like she's very stern on growth of mind, and I think any some of the b-boys coming out right now is that they're have a strong balance between mental growth on top of physical growth, and I think with any craft, you could tell a difference when someone's like LeBron James. I think it's like a big part, obviously too, is physical, but his mind is like super like brilliant, and he's able to take advantage of both those things, because I think also too your body is secondary to your mind. I think your mind is the center point to operating your body. So I think just taking advantage of your brain, I think, was a huge part for me, at least why I feel like I have a lot of received a lot of outcome for a lot of things that I felt like I maybe didn't really deserve compared to the person that was physically better than me.
You used to say all the time, like, "Oh, I'm not the best breaker.
Not
in the
even
world.
close.
I'm not the best choreographer."
No.
But you were smart enough to combine the two and use your personality to create the success you have.
Yeah, and I think that's what it comes
you
down
know
to.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You were aware of that. That's what you did, right?
Yeah, I guess
And
in
that's
that
your
way
mind,
now. Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think the mind is very, very important.
Right.
Again, I don't know how you feel, David, but sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, while you're on that subject, do you feel like if someone's not in a good mental state, or maybe they just broke up with someone, do you feel like when they dance, it's different than if they were in a happy relationship? If
it'll definitely be different. It's just whether or not other people will enjoy it or if they'll enjoy it. But I do believe it is different. I also believe that that type of pain used correctly will end up being something really brilliant. Because there's like a sense of like emotional high, and I think with any high emotion, it's a lot easier to create with those types of things, just because it's like you need to get it out. You know, it's almost like a must.
Yeah. Well, that's good advice. Again, anything you want to plug out there other than your TV show that you're currently on, so you think you can dance?
Ninja Belt.
ETAP. What was it? ET phone
ET phone home.
Yeah. No, what was it for real? 9 p.m. Right?
9 p.m. Mondays on Fox. ETPT.
There you go. Check out Dom. He's a judge on that show. It's a huge show. And what else?
Your YouTube, your Instagram?
Well, he hasn't been doing. Are you gonna post again soon?
I posted last Sunday.
Oh, you.
But
So
fine.
are you gonna go
No, it's
like
fine. You don't watch. It's
consistently?
fine.
I did. I honestly didn't.
No, it's okay. I posted on Instagram. You watch there. Thanks.
I do.
Instagram.com/DTRIX.
Oh,
They
no.
got rid of the
I
underscore.
know, yeah.
They hooked your boy up.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
There's perfect.
All right. Well, with that being said, you can follow us at Off the Pill on Twitter, at Off the Pill Podcast on Instagram. And basically how we end this is we just breathe into the mic in 3, 2, 1. There's a bunch of Summer Rae voice on that too.
There's summer sauce on this.
Oh my God.